my name is Tiahna and I'm a 4-year senior from Fairbanks, Alaska. This summer I got to work with the Caribou Success Hunting Group, and it's where I interviewed the elders in UNGUNIAQ, Tiahna, and Caribou, and I also interviewed some of our EdgeCom kids, or alumni at least, and just to get their input on traditional knowledge and how it's passed down through caribou hunting and how it's important to keep on our traditions. I created 2 videos that illustrates the 3 hunting seasons, the fall, winter, and the spring hunting season, and just the traditional values that our UNGUNIAQ culture and people were taught growing up. Now let's take a look at what the elders and the youth of our UNGUNIAQ region has to say.
Iglak para nunap tiun. Inyupet, inyunilhat, inyugisirok. Aglan nutkak pata. Ubagut tok nutkak miut.
It's a happy time when we get caribou because in my grandfather's times there were no caribou here. They would have to go up to the Squirrel River area up north to the UNGUNIAQ area to hunt caribou, and my mother recalled them coming back.
Ubanga Atika UQIIQ. Hi, my name is Cheryl Raymond and I'm from Selord. You must let the first caribou go by. Let the first bunch go by and the rest of them will follow. The caribou will follow the trail all the way as far as those caribou go. That's what all young people should be aware of. When you start catching the first bunch, it means you can make them reroute. Arigateku.
The harvest is our elders and how they've encourage us to leave the lead caribou alone, allow it to go past. The caribou behind them along the herd would continue to follow the first one's path.
Fall time, that's where we hunt them at. We don't, before my time, people can walk 20 miles and go hunt caribou. And now everybody wait for them on the river.
The elders told me that do not hunt in the small channel. So
Joe's right in that area. We were always told to hunt on the south side in the fall time. And we were told always to let the first caribou pass. Once they pass through that area, they will always go through that area. I grew up with the last the hunting dog teams, and I can recall my dad bringing caribou into the home, and they were frozen.
Snow machine, we get caribou around here. Not too many caribou, we just get enough. But when you run a caribou for a while, the taste will be different. But if you shoot them right there before they run, they always be real good.
And by harvesting that caribou that's been running hard, the texture of the meat goes bad. There's a significant difference. We do have some of our elders that could look at a frozen caribou that got donated, and say, "Oh, this thing's been running, haven't it?"
In my time, both men and women did. The men did the hunting, and also the women. But when it was brought home, the caribou, both men and women worked on it. It's always been that way.
A value would be maybe cooperation. When we were at camp, we were working together to get the hide off the caribou, cutting the meat out, quartering it. putting stuff where it's supposed to be, putting away for the winter and stuff. So I believe cooperation is really good value when you use harvesting caribou.
You obviously share people. Your first caribou, you give it to an elder. You share with other people who need it and stuff like that. So I really think sharing is a good value.
Yeah. Young men, when you guys hunt, try to be able to carry those bowls. If you can carry bowls through the tundra, you'll be okay. Because other work around the village, even if you get older, you'll be okay. I'm 60 and I still can carry a bow. I still can run down walk with skis.
The advice I'd give was to listen to the elders. Just like he's saying how he listened to his elders, and learn by the generations that he was talking about. So, and as you said, with technology, it's going to keep going on. Just having the knowledge passed down, knowing what to do, I believe is the best advice I could give to the next generation.
I'm Raiden Kelly from UNGUNIAQ. Wow, Tiahna, that was great. Can we ask you a few questions?
What was your biggest inspiration for this project?
My biggest inspiration for this project was just to educate the youth, especially our youth in the UNGUNIAQ region, and just to educate them on climate change and how the changes in the social media and different technologies are changing our culture and just our land in general. And what I've always thought was, if our land goes away, so does our culture.
What advice do you have for our students?
My advice to our students is just to explore your opportunities home, especially when we go home for the summer, and just get out there, get out of your comfort zone and do different things. Try something out and you might really end up enjoying it. And just to get involved into our culture and advocate for our land and for our people. Connect with your culture, create your own vision, and find your voice. Kika Sabunman, keep moving forward.